Hello, what's going on, YouTube fam? This is J Money here, and I'm bringing you guys that part 3 of wind-up combos. This time is going to be FTK combos. Now, there are going to be 3 of them as of the time Summon Sorceress becomes legal. Now, I want to go ahead and showcase this amazing-looking mat off right here because I love wind-ups, and so I decided to get the mat itself. Now, for those of you who are also interested in getting a mat like this, this is incredibly hard to find, and I think I might have picked up the only one, or the only one that's on the market. I don't know if this is just an exclusive one. I don't know, but anyway, I'm going to show off 3 FTK combos. Now, the first one is just going to be a quick, we're just going to go over it real quick because this is the one that I've already showcased about a month and a half ago, but for those of you who haven't seen it, I'm going to go ahead and perform that first and then perform the other 2 as well. So the first one is going to require a Predator Point over a Scorpio, a discardable monster, so it's going to be Magician just to prove we don't need it, and a Rescue Ferret to resolve nicely. So with this being said, it does require Mrs. Radiant, or an Isolde. It doesn't matter which one. I sold my Isolde, and I have no idea where my Mrs. Radiant is, and so I'm just going to use Zen Maintenance as a proxy, because it has the exact same arrows. So, to start this combo off, obviously we're doing the Predaplant shenanigans. We're going to play our Cobra, and obviously 9 times out of 10, the card we are going to be searching off of Cobra will be Brilliant Fusion. Now, you know, the other, like, 1 out of 10, depending on the deck you're playing, you might search Instant Fusion to get a Millennium Eyes, whatever. It depends on if you're playing plants or not. So, we're going to overlay, and we're going to make the Invoker. Now, we're not playing Thousand Blades because we kind of don't need it. So, yeah, there's that. Now, with this, we're going to go ahead and link off into our Mrs. Radiant or Isolde, depending on what you need. Again, proxy because of the bottom left, bottom right arrows. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and play Brilliant Fusion, and we're just going to go in foolish. A Gem Knight monster and a Light monster being Trick Clown. If I can find you, there you are. Alright. Alright, Seraphinite is hereby hitting the field. Now, Trick Clown is going to go ahead and trigger off. And now we're going to go and normal summon Rescue Ferret with Seraphinite. And we're going to go ahead and link this off. And it doesn't matter, we can just summon Goblin just because. Now we're going to shuffle Ferret back into the deck. And we're going to summon 3 monsters that total out to be level 6. It is going to be Cannon Soldier and 2 wind-up bats. That's how we're doing this. Now, for those of you who already know what's going to happen here, all we have to do is make a Firewall Dragon, link us into a Link Rebo. We have a double co-link, so we can go ahead and bounce 1 bat and 1 Cannon Soldier. And we can go ahead and we're going to go and link into, let's say, Unicorn just because, just to trigger off the Firewall. Cannon Soldier is going to sack the Unicorn to trigger Firewall. And we're just going to keep looping Bat over and over and over again. And that's how this FTK works. Tribute, special off Firewall. In attack mode, obviously, defense, grab, tribute, special, defense, grab, tribute, special, defense, grab. It's a very, very easy combo, but, you know, I don't like it because, once again, it requires a much, much bigger package for a deck like this. Now, the second combo is going to require us to have a discardable monster, a wind-up shark, and a wind-up magician. Now, this particular combo is going to use Cannon Soldier once again, except it is going to be Summon Sorceress as the card and not the Invoker. So we're going to go and start with Magician, Shark. Magician's effect will trigger. And we will go ahead and summon another one out. And then we'll use Shark's effect and we'll summon a rat from the deck. This time. Link these two. Make us in maintenance. And we're going to go ahead and add. We're always searching factory because we're always going for the pluses in the deck thinning. Because why the hell not, right? The maintenance's effect is going to summon us our rat from the deck. Now be sure to keep zones, when you go into your Nightmare Goblin, be sure zones, Goblin is occupying either zone 1, 3, or 5, and be sure that whatever zone that you occupy with Goblin, whether it be like 3 or 5 or 1, like the other two are completely empty. So since we use this effect, we can go ahead and trigger our factory, and we're going to add a wind-up bat to the hand. Now we're going to use rat, and we're going to summon Magician in zone 4, because once again, we want to keep 1, 3, and 5 open. So we're going to summon Goblin way over here, and we're going to toss 1, and we're going to normal summon that bat, and we're going to use bat, and we're going to grab, it doesn't matter what we grab, we're just going to go grab Roundup Rat just because. So we're going to go ahead and trigger this Magician that we just brought back. And we will summon another wind-up bat to the field. In zone 1 this time. Now we're going to link off what the bat that you didn't just summon. Because we're going to need to have a machine pointing at one of the Summon Sorceress zones. So we can go ahead and use this effect. And target wind-up bat. Since it's a machine, we're going to summon a machine. And it is indeed going to be Cannon Soldier once again. Now here's where things get a little familiar. Now we're going to go ahead and link the Soldier and the Sorceress off into a Firewall Dragon. Link Wind-Up Bat. We're going to make our Link Rebo. Use Firewall's effect, and we're going to target 1 bat and 1 soldier to the hand. And we're going to go ahead and link these up. And we're going to make an Underclock Taker or a Space Insulator, it doesn't matter. All we're going to do is trigger Firewall's effect to special summon. We're going to summon our Cannon Soldier. Use its effect to go ahead and tribute the Underclock Taker, because if you fail the FTK, you can just use Goblin at that point, make Mermaid and go Ibly, and then start doing extra link combos. So, you know, you want to keep a Nightmare on the board. So, Tribute, Firewall, Special, Effective Bat. There you go. You got your second FTK. Alright. Now for the third FTK, it's going to use Amazoness Archer this time. And it is an FTK that Lithium and Simo have featured on their channel, I believe last week, when the OCG ban lists have dropped. Now, in the OCG, it required carriers, but in the TCG, the combo is still pretty legal, except it requires, once again, Magician, Shark, and another discardable monster. In this case, we'll just go ahead and use Summoner Monk. Alright, so this FTK is kind of confusing on the TCG side, because you're not just looping carriers over and over just to assemble all the pieces you need. So this, I might misplay, I might not. So we're going to reveal Shark, and Magician will go ahead and trigger. Summoning out our second one. Shark is going to activate its effect to increase or decrease its level, doesn't matter. So we can trigger the second Magician and summon our rat from the deck. Link both of the Magicians. Make our maintenance. And we're going to go ahead and search, and we are always searching factory because we want to get the plus. Now we're going to use the maintenance as effect. And we're going to summon rat in zone 3 in particular to make things a little easier. We're going to use factory's effect, and we're going to search 1 wind-up bat. Now we're going to use wind-up rat, and we are going to summon Magician in zone 4. Whatever, you want to keep one of these zones open, doesn't matter. So now we're going to link these up, and we're going to make a goblin. Goblin's effect is going to go ahead and activate this card, and you summon to one of his zones that he's pointing to. Use Matt's effect, and we're going to grab a shark to the hand. Now Magician's effect is going to trigger and summon a second wind-up rat from the deck. And we're going to summon our rat here. And we're going to reveal our shark, and we're going to summon it. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and link into our summon sorceress once again. Doesn't matter where it is. Well, it kind of does, because Goblin is going to be the centerpiece to make all this stuff possible. So summon sorceress, since we don't have any space for sorceress to summon on our zone, we're going to have to summon Gap the Divine Soldier, this card, on the opponent's field, because summon sorceress can do that as well. And for those of you who aren't aware, why will we play this FTK over just a simple one of just adding a cannon soldier? Well, for those of you who want to play an integrated FTK in their wind-up deck with this card in particular, the reason why this is so good is because this forces all monsters into attack position. And so I will end up showing you why this card is so good in this deck, even though you're not FTKing, because wind-up rat summons things in defense mode, wind-up magician summons things in defense mode, and all that, and so it's hard for them to get their effects, because most of the wind-ups that are really good require them to be in attack mode to get their effects. And so if this forces everything to attack mode, you can just go absolutely wild and all that good stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to link up the shark and a summon stork, and we're going to make a firewall dragon. Now, since this co-link to 1, that's all we need is one co-link, because we're going to use Firewall's effect to bounce the gap from our opponent's board to the hand. And we're going to go ahead and link up the Goblin and a Magician, and whatever you link into has to go up top, because you need the space. So Firewall is going to trigger, and we're going to go ahead and summon Gap the Divine Soldier way over here, which will force Rat to attack mode. This hasn't used its effect yet. This is the one we summoned off of Magician in defense before we even summon sorceress. So we're going to use Rat, and since Rat doesn't restrict it from summoning itself, we're going to summon another Rat, and it has to go to defense with Rat, but because Gap is on the board, it forces it to attack mode. So we're going to use Rats again. Okay, so after you use their effects and switch it to defense and summon and all that good stuff, that stuff has to go right back to attack mode. So this is summon and defense as well. This goes back to attack mode, but keep in mind, these effects can only be used once while they are face up on the field. So you still have to get them off the board for their effects to reset. So what we're going to do is we're going to make Invoker, we're going to detach, and we are going to summon our Amazoness Archer to the field. In defense, because Invoker forces you to summon in defense, but Gap the Divine Soldier obviously says, I don't give a shit, I force your stuff to attack mode. Wind Up Bat is going to activate its effect now, grabbing Wind Up Rat, and it's forced back to attack mode again. We're going to use Archer. We're going to sack 2, and we're going to burn for 12. Firewall is going to special summon. Rat is going to switch itself to defense, summoning Bat in defense. Everything is forced to attack mode. Bat's effect's going to go off once again, and we're going to add a Rat to the hand. You know, these are forced back to attack mode. Archer's going to use the effect again, and you see how this works. You know, you're just looping Bat and Rat this time. So for those of you who were thinking, hey, why would I play this FTK? It requires an Amazoness Archer, it requires an Invoker, and all that. Well, because if you don't have FTK, this card can literally break your entire deck, because it makes your Magicians, your Rats, and your Bats just all the better. It makes them so much better than what they need to be. So, I hope you guys learned something from these FTKs. Again, FTKs are degenerate, and of course OCD Konami did kind of miss a few. Once again, I want to reiterate that there isn't these infinite number of burn cards that aren't hard once returns. In the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! There's only been 7 of them. 2 of them being Dark Strike Fighter and Catapult Turtle have been errated. The rest being Cannon Soldier, Toon Cannon Soldier, MK2. Let's not forget that, and you can still summon that off with Summon Sorceress, because it's a machine. Amazoness Archer and Mass Driver, which Mass Driver is banned in the TCG. The OCG did a good job. They hit, Mass Driver stayed banned. They hit Cannon Soldier and Toon Cannon Soldier, but they missed 2. They missed Archer and MK2 Cannon Soldier, so, obviously the FTKs are still there, but I don't know just how viable the FTK is over there in the OCD, because it is only featuring wind-ups. You can only play it in wind-ups because the Infernities over there are kinda neutered. So, I don't know just how, if it's even going to be a problem over there, because it's played in a deck like wind-ups, unless that just makes wind-ups tier 1 and all that good stuff. But the deck has been kind of fragile to hand traps, but luckily there's cards like Millennium Monster Strict and Call by the Graves now to help out with that problem. But, I just wanted to showcase these FTKs, just let you guys know that, hey, these, even though we don't have Carrier in the OCG, I want you back at some point, Carrier, but we'll have to wait. But even though we don't have Carrier, these FTKs are still live because Summon Sorceress is going to be illegal, and Magician Shark can literally do anything you want. The deck can FTK, the deck can hand loop, the deck can extra link. I mean, there's literally nothing this deck can't do. Like, literally, Magician Shark can do literally anything you want. And, yeah, there's literally no limit to what Magician Shark can enable you to do. Still believe it's the best 2-card combo in the entire game because of how stupid it is. So, thank you guys very much for watching. This is J Money, and I am signing out.